everyone, and welcome to the Big Easy. Today in New Orleans, Louisiana, Caesars Superdome, home of the RNL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wildcats offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Paul.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Arizona right back to the line. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there are so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people.
And it's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Eagles! The defense with the scoop and score.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. He'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not much of a chance there, he just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Arizona in a hurry.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
After run, now throw. Gets it out quickly. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Arizona runs out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. So Georgia Southern's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
On the ground, it's Baker. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. Caught near the sticks. It's Staley. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And that pass picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the... Back to 30.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He'll pull it down. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
Coming after it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Georgia Southern will have it now, first and goal. Looking to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets... Better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Garcia wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to get rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he wants it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second half.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They keep attacking through the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Murphy. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job by the running back setting up that angle route. He's making it look like he's running to the flat, and then he puts his foot in the ground, cuts back across the defender's face, and makes himself an easy target for the quarterback.
Put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
He's back to throw on second down. He tries to take the top off. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. That's caught. It's Staley. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Comes out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, thanks. Talk about an entertaining first half and always such a fun and vibrant environment there at the New Orleans Bowl. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the New Orleans Bowl.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out. Accelerated, looked really, really good. Palmer, it's just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And it's caught inside the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? You're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Touchdown, Eagles! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a put down inbounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Arizona runs out the punt team. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They unleashed an assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They finally make the stop at the big run. He's plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His quick quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Guys, we reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Down Wildcats.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On 1st down, here comes this offense. On the run, it's Baker. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few 1st downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
2nd down after that incompletion. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same look.
Looking to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're gonna...
Snatches it on the right. And the tackle was made. Boy, that completion gets them 30+. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Looking to move it through the air. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing, and as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try the run. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Looking for space. It's Baker. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Love working with you guys. Love being in the booth. Love covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready.